Our morning lovers kissed and made out before getting out of bed. Tongues danced while their naked bodies merged one more time as one for a while before getting out of bed. They knew this would be the last time they'd be in bed together, so they weren't all too anxious to get out quite so soon. You know, I'm going to miss having you around here when you go, he said. Oh, don't worry. I'll be back. Besides, we can always talk on the phone. I know I love listening to your voice on the phone, so I'll definitely be calling you. I know. I just wanted you to know how much I'll miss you. I'll miss you too. How can I not miss you? These past 4 days have been so incredible. You've been incredible. They kissed one more time, then proceeded to hop out of bed and head to the kitchen. She slipped into her robe and slippers while he threw on his boxers and a t-shirt. What was on the breakfast menu that morning? Pecan Belgian waffles, of course. Having had such a hot, steamy, sexy waffle-eating session in the Caribbean last night, they had to live it out somewhat when they got up. He got out the waffle mix, 1 egg, the vegetable oil, some vanilla, and a measuring cup to measure out 2/3 cup of water. He put a pot on the stove, which he then poured maple syrup into so he could heat that up. He then placed 1 tablespoon of butter in that pot so it would melt and give the syrup a slight buttery taste. Reaching for the waffle iron under the cabinet, he pulled it out, plugged it in, and started making waffles for the two of them. As he made the waffles, she couldn't help but to remember their lovemaking session in the Caribbean. You know, it's like we're right back at the beach bungalow eating waffles together. I know, huh? Want to live some of that out right here before I leave today? I think I know where this is going. Why not? You're looking oh so sexy this morning in that quasi-open robe. Show me a boobie, baby. She flashed him and essentially undid her entire robe to show off her whole naked body underneath. Let me hurry here so we can come together and enjoy each other once more. I'll put a little hustle in this program here. Their first waffle was done cooking, the syrup was warmed up, and he was ready to put them on a plate, sit next to her, and start having his fun with her. Here, can I put some of this syrup on your nipple? Yes. Here, take a little bite while I do that. This waffle is so good. I love the pecans you put in it. I know, huh? I love these kinds of waffles, and I love that I can make them anytime I want to at home. Honey, your tongue on my nipple. It's making me horny. Keep going. I will. Here, let me take a bite of that waffle too. It's really good. Sucking on her nipple, with a little bit of waffle in his mouth, layered in melted butter and syrup, was absolutely heaven in the moment for him. Here, lick my other nipple too, she said as she grabbed her breast and brought her nipple up to where he could easily kiss, suck, and lick it with syrup on it. It's just like our beach bungalow experience last night. I feel like we're there. He didn't forget to turn on the 75-inch TV in the living room adjacent to the kitchen, where they could see a video of a beach with a private shore and the waves splashing up against it. It was like they really were there in the Caribbean at that naked beach bungalow hideaway getaway. While he was kissing her nipples and fondling both breasts, she took another bite of the waffle and reached to feel his stiffening banana inside his boxers. She got down off her stool, pulled his boxers off completely, and proceeded to put some of the syrup on his rising stiff beam, massaging it, stroking it, fondling his coconuts. She was back at the bungalow, giving him a syrup-dripping, lickety-lick BJ. Up and down, in and out, licking the tips, the sides of his candy cane. She was in heaven. She moaned, and then was quiet in her effort to please him and herself as she took it all into her mouth for a while. She couldn't speak. Her mouth and throat were quite full. She would occasionally look up at him, smile, and then go back down on him again. After some of that, she stood up, put her robe back on some, and finished her last bite of waffle. "How was that, honey?" "Lovely. Thank you, darling," as he pulled his boxers back on. These two couldn't leave each other alone that day without one of them just showing some tiny little show of sexual appreciation activity performed on one another. Come on, these two are in love and so infatuated with each other. They finished breakfast, sitting close on their stools, with one of her legs on top of his. There were only a few more bites left. They took turns feeding each other. "Here, last bite," he said. "You have it. I'm good." "Okay." Oh, I love these waffles. Oh, yeah, and the syrup. Oh, baby. This totally hit the spot. "Well, what time do you think you gotta go?" "Well, I'll probably leave in an hour. I'm going to take a shower first." With me, of course, right?" "Yeah, we can do that. Then I'll pack the car with my stuff and head out. I don't have much." "Okay. Well, let me know what I can do." They cleaned up the kitchen together, as they found out that they like doing dishes together. Not only does it go faster, but she doesn't see all that is her job, and since he loves to do it, she likes helping him. Before heading back to his shower, she ran to hers to get her soaps and shampoo and conditioner. Showering together this time meant taking turns lathering each other up, scrubbing each other down with the soap sponge, and washing each other's hair. They could each take turns sitting on the bench in the shower while the other took their desired shampoo and washed the other person's hair. "I like it when you wash my hair," she said. "It feels so relaxing. I like how your fingers are strong and kind of massage my scalp too." "Why, thank you," he replied. "How's this? I think I need a little more shampoo. Do you want me to condition your hair too?" "Sure. I can wash your hair while we leave it in for a bit." While shampooing each other, they'd take turns to lean down and kiss one another. Since their eyes were closed to protect them from the shampoo, those kisses were a sweet surprise when they came. "I love how you're shampooing my hair and kissing me. Oh, what's this?" As she reached forward to feel his lollipop growing in the shower. "You can play with it while I work, shampooing your hair. I don't mind." "I think I will. It's funny playing with it with my eyes closed. I like how your coconuts feel in my hand, too." "I like how your hands feel on my coconuts." "Keep it up." "Yeah. Oh, what a sexy shower. I get my hair washed, I'm naked, under the hot water with my man, and I'm handling his candy cane and coconuts. I don't really want to go home," she laughed to herself. They both smiled and laughed. He reached for the hands-free shower head to rinse out her conditioner. She then stood up. He reached for the towel hanging on the shower rod to wipe her eyes so she could open them. She looked at him, smiled, and they kissed again. While they kissed, he moved the shower head around to spray water on her back to keep her warm, and on her butt, and then her shoulders and breasts. He loved this job, by the way. "Here, it's my turn. Sit down. I'll wash your hair," she said to him. As she washed his hair, he returned the favor to probe her pink cherry line and those lips in that love zone region of hers, gently sliding his finger along that cute, seductive, erogenous zone pink lip line. She was starting to moan some. Hey, I'm working here," she laughed. "I know, me too. Besides, I've got nothing to do here but sit and let you wash my hair. I thought I'd just probe a little. How does that feel?" As he slid his finger on up inside her pink cherry box. It feels good, baby." "Well, you're doing a great job, too, washing my hair. Keep it up." Pretty soon, she too reached for the shower head to rinse off his hair. He stood up, further rinsed off his hair, and then proceeded to kiss her again while she held on to his candy cane. "All right, what else?" he said. "Are we all washed up?" "Yeah." They kissed one more time and then turned off the shower water. Reaching for a towel, he started to dry her off first, kissing her as he did so. These two aren't all about sex, as you can tell. They're all about loving, touching, caressing, stimulating, serving, pleasing, and making sure the other feels more than taken care of. That's what true lovers do, and these two are true lovers. Stepping out of the shower, they each headed to where they could get dressed. He had his own walk-in closet, and she had the guest room where she could dress privately. After getting dressed, he proceeded to help her with her things out to her car. "Hey, I'll talk to you later. Now get. I've seen enough of you. Get out of here." As he hugged her and they kissed some more, they both laughed. She loved his sense of humor. "Yeah," as she said, standing there near the doorway ready to leave. "Hey, text me tonight if you want to chat. Or I'll let you have the night off so you can get caught up with things over at your place," he said. "Sounds great. I will." They kissed again, and then he watched her get into her car, pull out of the driveway, and head back to her place. Off she went, after spending 4 days or so at his place, having the time of her life and experiencing things she had never experienced before. What will her world be like now, after having gone through all that she had been through in these past several days with him? Only time will tell for sure. As she drove away, he thought to himself, "Wow, what an amazing 4 days," he thought to himself. "I'll definitely keep her in mind and make sure she hears from me when she'd like to chat. I won't disappear on her or ignore her or do whatever guys do today when they get some and the lady leaves to go home or he leaves. I'm not like those guys at all. I can't wait to surprise and impress her that I'm not one of those types of guys, with my own particular style of interested follow-up action." As she drove away, she thought to herself, I can't believe I'm going home. You'd think I had moved into his place and was starting to live there. It felt like it. It felt so good and natural, too. I could literally stay there forever if I could. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to be heading home, check on things, make sure my clients and income sponsors are taken care of and happy. But yeah, I can't wait to go back. In fact, it's going to be different now that I won't be with him 24/7. I wonder if he'll call or text like he said he would. I hope so. I've had so many bad experiences in the past where I would sleep over at a guy's house, leave, and then he would never call me afterwards. I wonder if all that romance and lovemaking he was giving me was just a show, or does he really care about me? Within a few minutes of her having those thoughts, she got a text. It said, and it was from him, "I miss you already. Come back." Kidding. Hey, I'll text you tonight to see if you're free for a chat. Text me when you get home. I want to make sure you got home safe. Hugs and kisses. Oh, he just texted me. As a small tear filled her eye. Wow. He just put all my worries to rest. He will text me tonight, and we just might have a talk. Well, so far so good, I guess. She drove the rest of the way home with a non-stop smile on her face and a million pleasant, loving thoughts of him and them running through her head. I know I've got a lot to do when I get home, but things just seem different for me now. I guess time will tell, but yeah, I just feel different. I feel better, calm, rested, relaxed, satisfied, and motivated to get back to work and make $1 million. Oh, and then return to his place as fast as I can. She soon pulled into the underground parking where she parks her car, got out, walked up the few flights of stairs to her apartment, unlocked the door, stepped in, and was immediately struck with, "I don't want to be here," flashing through her head. Granted, she was glad to be home, but her place had all those memories of loneliness and living alone with no one to treat her like she had been treated back at his place. Over the next few weeks, she would have plenty of time to ponder, compare, and contrast her life alone in her apartment, dealing with her emotions at times, past depressions, and other feelings she had before she met Mr. Wonderful. Let's see what thoughts ran across her mind in part 3 of Fantasy Boyfriend. Random mental, emotional, physical, and psychological realizations that Our Lady has when dating her fantasy boyfriend. As you hear them, ladies, listening to this audio program, can you relate? It's in this time range that she discovers more about herself, what he showed her, what he taught her, how she starts viewing herself, viewing others, viewing the world, how she might develop stronger feelings for him, all while she's away, and so much more.